Wow. Sanibonani. Ninjani? Uthi feel. Hey boy, lezi nja lezi asizenzela Masinga. Yazi uMacfish bamshaye blind, bastreete blind, and I know you are the only person that can only deliver in order for me to score. So nina zinjandini zaseCongo sonibonisa obomama benu vandag. That was a talk before Chippa unleashed that shot that took us to France. Program Director, thank you very much for the opportunity. To the government, leadership, football leadership, my colleagues, the media. I know Bobby Mtaung is here, Ngzena is all. It's so difficult. Now this is a third legend I'm saying goodbye. But I just want to acknowledge SAFA leadership for giving us an opportunity to test our skills against our international opponents. If it wasn't for ANC and the leadership of SAFA, we wouldn't have known Phil Masinga. But having said that, acknowledging Prajay, thank you very much. Uguskauto Chippa. There was a story, I don't know whether Prajay, where Khumalo, how he recruited Chippa. Apparently Chippa was working somewhere in the mine, or I'm not too sure. So Prajay and Edward Mutale went to the mine to get Eric September and Chippa. But hey, Chippa Masinga, Jomo Sono le boss efuna wena. How? And apparently we were going to, I'm not too sure, but Prajay will rectify if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Jomo Sono the boss, the cosmos funa la wena. So Eric Wapuma number 1, Chippa followed. They traveled. They traveled all the way to Joburg. But Prajay, it was at night. He was wondering why people, the cars were flicking their lights. But they forgot to switch off the light. So so I'm not too sure, Prajay, if is it true or not. No, Prajay, that's what you told me. No. But having said that, I just want to acknowledge an individual that gave us all the 96, if not all the legends, an opportunity. Skrima Shabalala. If he's around, can you join me on stage, please? Is he here? I remember, or I recall, the day I was not part of the selected team, but then Prashakes Mashaba selected me the other side. Sinabo Sizwe, the late, may his soul rest in peace. Nosbabonisi movie. They never thought that there was an existing ball passer. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known this man. But this man wouldn't have been Chippa if he didn't reciprocate in terms of yazi kunale track ezidididi unokuphapasa ibhola sharp bayimisi but le out yami le hayi ngwenya le out yami you didn't make me to be who I am, but I really appreciate what you did in my endeavor in terms of footballing. Chippa was one of the strikers that Nyamaz, Bega short-tempered. There was a time we played in Togo. I damaged 4 times a defender. Chippa never did that, actually. But the 5th time, I could throw Kenya that cross. He was in the near post. But that on its own is because of Prasten. Prasten pela nearly coach at left. I'm dois, mamela boy. Asmam shushan and piano boy, eh? Nagus are good chiefs, get like shushan and piano. All right, I'm a Prasten, I'm a Rabatuba Mudim. So I scored a goal in 1992 against Cameroon. And we played them again 3 days later in Cape Town. So it was Chippa striking, and I think Benjamin Reid. But the Cape Town supporters, Cameroon was leading 2-1. I could trot the assistant coach, Lemajita go benching. Bareno Prastena, hey, Mdogisi Mulaile media man. Asali concentrated in the game. So never battle Kutswe Chippa, who can Maquilens and Jevra stop. So the crowd was like chanting, Williams, Gerald stop. Are they favorites? Warm up. How? What I'm trying to say is that Prasten laid a foundation for us to be what we are today in terms of being celebrated as the 96 heroes. And no one talks about him. Credit goes to Clive. Yes, of course, he was the coach, but where does it start from? There, from Prasten. And I spoke to him last night and I said it. Prasten, it's about time that one of us has to say something about you. But I know it's all about enjoy game. Phil was a friend, a brother to me. I still think back to the day I was informed he was no more. I struggled to understand it then. I struggle to understand today. If not Chippa, Oban. Maybe it's me. I'm not sure. It is well, my brother. The Bible tells us. I don't know for sure if it is well, but with time, my spirit will know. And I hope yours will know too. The book of life, the Bible says, it is and it will be well with our souls when tragedy strikes and grief creeps in. It will be well with our soul. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps today, perhaps next month, but it will be well with our souls. Boy, hamba kahle boy. Mamboch, we salute you for what you did for our country. Lastly, we just, on behalf of Chippa, to thank you all South Africans for gracing this icon for what he gave us as a nation, even though some of you were not fair to him. You booed him, you didn't acknowledge him, but I personally, and the most of the guys, the boys, 96, we loved you, we cherished you, you made us proud. It was each and every player's dream to play in the World Cup, and you made that dream come true. Thank you.